Hi everybody, we're back in the rack. It's been a minute. Just wanted to let you know, as there's been several updates for this game, let you know what's changed, because quite a few things have. First off, I'm playing seated, and one of the changes that they've made, which was actually a highly requested change that they make, is that you can change the table height. And that is done on your left menu. If you turn your palm towards your face, you see height. The minus button makes the table higher. Let's see if you can... Oh, I've already got it at maximum height. So as you can see, the plus button is lowering the table in the background there. So this was to make it so that people could simulate real play in their home by leaning on a counter or a chair or a table, what have you, surface, to make it feel like you're actually leaning on something so that you can touch something in your real world and feel like you're leaning on the table. You can also adjust your lean down position, which is, let's start a game here so you can see. So when you lean over the table, you can adjust how far you're leaning. Another change has been that you no longer select your pool cue yourself. It's automatically selected for you. So here is a break cue, and it is selected because I am on the break. And so let's do that. Here's another change, which I really enjoy, especially with these dark shafted pool cues. The dot from Black Hole Pool is now in the rack. So the closer my cue stick is to the ball, the smaller that dot is. So if I back up, the dot gets bigger. Lean in, as I get closer, it's smaller. So I can now judge my depth, which for me, not having good depth perception, if at all, this helps quite a bit. So you saw that the break cue is here with the stripes on it, pinstripes. Let's go ahead and break. And now the pool stick has automatically changed to a cue. I think I have aim assist. No, I don't. Good. Okay, so now you can also move through the table. And that is because they have changed their avatar system, I assume. You can still use the reach if you want, or the bridge, but I never had great success with it, so I'm kind of glad that you can actually move to the table. I don't know if that's because there's no longer legs on avatars, so there's no collision, but I really like being able to tell where my cue stick is going with the dot on the ball. That's great for me. And it will help me enormously to see, because just these few inches makes a big difference for me. So because I can see light a lot better than I can see distance, that helps me quite a bit. It gives me a way to play, which I didn't have before. And in the rack, I had it in Black Hole Pool, and it was one of the things that I favored in Black Hole Pool. So I'm really glad to see that the dot has made a return. That's excellent. So I kind of want to test something, because it does seem that the pool stick that you get, since you can't select it, I'm curious as to whether or not, yeah, it's always that one. So what we're going to do is, yep, same one. We're going to go into the multiplayer room and show the changes that have happened there. The YouTube player and everything, as far as I can tell, has remained the same. But we're going to go into the multiplayer room and kind of show you through here. My microphone is off. You can no longer mute other players as a blanket headphones off thing. So I'm just going to show you through the wall real quick, and then we'll go in, because when I checked in there a second ago, there were other people. So I'm just going to kind of show you some of this stuff from this side, just so I'm not cluttering up the area with myself. This is the mirror and the avatar changing station. The tutorial is gone. The practice room is gone. The practice table is gone. The tournaments entrance is nowhere to be found. So they may have scrapped the tournaments idea. I haven't seen anything posted about that. This is the ATM, so if you do want to play for credits, you can get credits. If you have less than 1,000, you can get a free 1,000 credit. I still have a bunch of credits from when I made my purchases. These sticks now all are just gratis for the player. You just choose them. I don't know if there's still a skill check involved as far as experience points go. I can't answer to that because I already passed all those things and have all the sticks, and I assume I still have access to all these sticks, but they've been normalized, and all the cue sticks that aren't a break stick can now jump. I gleaned this information from the Steam page when they released on PC, and I assume a lot of these changes have just been made due to player request and what they want to keep the game active. So they've gotten rid of the full body avatars, for example. Now the avatar system that's in the Quest is what you have available through the mirror. So you're going to see me in overalls because that's what I picked for my Quest avatar for fishing. And I don't do a lot of multiplayer stuff, so I never really paid much attention to it. But as a result, Zeus is gone, the teddy bear is gone, some of the monster fun clothing options that you could have are no longer with us, as they got rid of that particular company that handled that. Now, when you log into the game, you're going to be on the other side of this door. You're going to be in this room, in this hallway, where you see the cue sticks and the mirror. And over here are these placards are what's replacing the tutorial. And it shows you some basic functions as to how to use your cue stick and how to change things and that kind of thing. So we're not going to spend too much time looking at those, but just know that that's where they are. Everything else in the main room is the same. So your leaderboards are still over by the bar on the left and the right side. The game options are the same, 8-ball, 9-ball, whether you have aim assist on or not, whether you're playing for coins or not. And I'm sure that they're doing this just to help keep people, they simplified it a little bit because there was a lot going on as far as a learning curve. The getting rid of the tutorial is also probably a good thing since they've made so many changes. Maybe they'll bring back an interactive tutorial, who knows? But since they made so many changes, I can see why they had to get rid of it. And it should be pretty straightforward. The one thing that I would love to see in this VIP room is the ability to play an AI in the VIP room. I can understand why they don't want an AI available in the multiplayer room because they want to encourage people to play multiplayer, which I think also is why they log you into that side of the room. But it remains the same that if you have your room number here, and if you go out into the multiplayer area and you create a room, it's going to change that number. But it's possible that you may be able to join your own room. So we're going to test that and see. And if that's the case, then if you see somebody in the multiplayer room and you want to get into the VIP room and watch the same videos with the shared application on the YouTube player, which is awesome, then if you both can join the same room number, then you can announce that room number to the multiplayer room, basically, and everybody will hear it, however, and enter that room that way, and you don't have to try to finagle going through the party system. So when I leave this room, you're going to see the graphic pop up that shows up when you first log in, and it's going to show you some basic controls. So let's, again, my microphone's off. Let's show you that. How to move, teleporting, and behind me is the VIP room. And we'll test that when we go back in.
So I'm still not sure where I'm supposed to be hitting on this.
The van.
This is the one I'm
Really
currently
straight
using. Let's see if I
little bit
change the check mark
below
if
the
it changes.
strap shot.
Okay.
And here.
No. Not the way it was. Not the way it was supposed to go in, but there's a ball in. I'll take it.
Yeah, good, and good cube position. It was. There is a chance, dude.
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I have to take round the white. Round the two though.
Okay. Let's see if I can join that room number.
All right, make sure I look which color's next now instead of last time when I fucked it up.
Yeah, blue.
No.
Look at that. It worked. Now, you also saw that I selected some cues. So let's see if that changes the color of my break cue and my stick that I used. Okay. 8 ball. Let's start. Nope. I'm still the orange bands. So I was unable to make a check mark in the other room and have it affected here. So the personalization on that, I guess, will come for those who want to select their initial cues. And yeah, this hasn't changed either. So I no longer get to select which color of cue stick that I want to use, which makes the dot on the cue ball that's present even more important for me, because the black cue stick shaft is really a lot more difficult for me to see. But it's pretty much negated because of the dot, and that's a good thing. Okay, and just to show off that you can jump with any cue and masse with any cue, we'll go for a jump shot here. Whoops. Yeah, it hopped a little. It was a bad execution of the jump. But as you can see, I'm now in the table. Oh, I forgot to. No, I did lock on. Let's see. There, that definitely had English on it. Place ball in hand. Let's see about masse. Yep, masse works as well. So there's no mechanical advantage now to having a different cue or a break. I don't even think of having a break cue, because they automatically provide you one now, so everyone gets the opportunity to have the same break. And I want to check my draw. Oh, look at that. I have a different cue stick now. So maybe it is random. Yep, draw works. To my detriment. So why that changed, I can't say. I don't know what the logic is as to why it's choosing this cue over the other tip. You know, what did I do to make it go from the Dominator to whatever this is? It's not using a certain function because that didn't change. I do kind of like that you can go ahead and lean down before the ball finishes moving. That's kind of nice. Okay, so that's basically it. So now you can change your table height. You have a blue dot back on your cue stick, to your cue ball to gauge your distance from your stick to your cue ball. You can still use the reach if you care to. I see no dot on the cue ball for that. And I still struggle with the reach. Okay. I think even if the dot were there at this distance, I wouldn't be able to discern it. So that's okay for me. I probably won't use the reach much because it never really gave me a bunch of benefit because I struggled so much to use it because of my distance problems with vision. So that's that. Yeah. So they brought in some aspects from Black Hole Pool that I really enjoyed. The last one for me being would be being able to play the AI. I would still prefer Black Hole Pool for making obviously my Can I Beat the AI videos that I haven't made for a while now because I got sucked into a game on my console and it's taking me quite a while to play, so I haven't been on VR that much just to do my exercises. So I apologize if anybody's here that likes to see whether or not I can beat the AI. I kind of feel like I outdid myself last time by getting the 8 in on the break, and perhaps they've changed that so that if you happen to do that you actually do get the win that you deserve. But I don't know yet because I haven't been back in, and chances of me sinking the 8 on a break again are kind of slim. Hey, that was a good shot. I'm kind of happy with that. So anyway, I will still probably visit both because I do enjoy Black Hole Pool. I like being able to play the YouTube player in Black Hole Pool for myself and not have it broadcast over the headset into the audio for the video. That's kind of nice. And it looks like we've changed cue sticks again. So yeah, I don't know what, or did it? Yeah, it did. It had some kind of color right here before. I think we're orange now. So anyway, oh yeah, and the shaft color is black again. So I don't know what determines which cue stick you're using. I don't know how the game determines that. But the fact is that they are all pretty much the same now. So it doesn't matter. And that's it. Maybe I'll do a Can I Beat the AI video pretty soon, and we'll see what's going on with that. It's good to see people in the multiplayer room. I was excited to see that. It means that the people are liking the game. They've gotten rid of any monetary functions that you would need to use in the game to purchase anything other than, I assume, the purchase price of the game. The last time that I read the notes from the Steam page, again, I'm on Quest, but they seem to update the Steam page with developer notes. It mentioned that the game was free for a bit. So I don't know whether or not that's still the case. I don't know if it's just the trial that they're speaking of or if the game actually is free to play for a limited time. And then eventually that opportunity to play for free will end, and then you'll be asked to pay the $15 for the game. But I think they've definitely made changes that players have asked for, especially being able to change the table height and the lean mechanism and that height. And as far as orbiting around the table by pressing your left grip button, you can also change, how far you move with that. So I'm sure that is for speed. You obviously still have the teleport option, but they've made that much less accidental in hitting or activating when you're trying to pick your cue stick, because that's no longer an option. So that's been the rack and the updates that they've had as of the September 30th, 2022. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Stop recording.